Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crate Expectations. We're here with another wonderful show. Sarah, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little disappointed in your lack of enthusiasm regarding the movie Anchorman, actually.
I watched it. It was fine.
I'm gonna have to put a reward on Twitch now. I'm gonna have to put a redeem channel points just to say, like, make Sarah watch Anchorman again.
Again. Ugh.
Yeah, people can redeem the points, and eventually the weight of all of those channel points may eventually guilt you into watching it again. And then you'll like it better, I'm sure.
Right. If I watch it a second time, it was okay. It was fine. It had its moments.
That's. I hope no one talks about me like that. They're like, he's okay. He's fine.
He has his moments.
Yeah.
So rude.
You're like, and I'm being charitable, putting it in plural there.
Duh.
Moments. He has
Moments.
he has his moment. So what are we talking about besides Anchorman and your lack of culture? Uh, what's
Rude.
what are we talking about today?
Okay. So current events coming, everything that's going on in the game right now. Uh Character review, which is actually going to be a ship review, just to change it up. Viewer questions, a pack review, and a roster roast. There's no speed GAC, obviously, because we had the off week last week. So
Okay.
yeah.
What pack are we reviewing?
The Energized Core Gear Bundle.
Doesn't sound like something I've purchased.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about
Okay, yeah.
what about what character are we reviewing? You said it's a ship.
It's a ship. It's a capital ship because we only have 9.
Okay, so we've reduced the possibilities here dramatically already. All right. Cool. So let's talk about the current events. We've just had a new ship announced, and it's not a marquee.
No, it's gonna be. Is it a Galactic Chase? I didn't read the post.
That's what someone told me. They said that it's been confirmed as a galactic chase. I didn't actually confirm it myself, but it's someone I totally trust, mostly.
Mostly, I have heard Galactic Chase thrown around quite a few times. So, and also from people that I totally trust, mostly.
Okay,
So,
so a galactic chase.
mhm.
What? Maybe you can answer this for me. I don't know how all of the data mines work. Does this count as one of the marquees, like the 5 marquees that they looked up from the data mine?
mm, I don't think they do.
I kind of
I
think
don't.
they don't, but
I honestly don't know off the top of my head if they count as marquees. I think I think it might because the data mine doesn't find the event, it finds the packs. It finds the character bundle packs. So if they sell the ship packs, which we know they will, it finds that and it just assumes marquee.
okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So
I could,
it could be one of our marquees then.
yeah, I could be completely wrong.
All right, so I know you can't read the kit, and honestly, the kit's kind of confusing, anyways. Like we're gonna have to play it to actually see how it works, but
Lovely.
it's it. But I think I can tell you because so I guess I didn't really introduce you, or like we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this half
Oh
on my
yeah.
channel. We're just so used to this now. So we do this in 2 segments.
Mhm.
The first half on my channel, then the other half will be on Sarah's channel. So in the video description, you can go check that out if you so feel like you need to. But no, I'll give
You
her a
do.
sub, give her a sub, and watch the second half. But uh, yeah, so yeah, we talk about the current events right now, though, and
Mhm.
and the thing is, you do a live reading on your podcast of all the
Right.
new kits, right? So I can't spoil too much. Can I tell you what tags they have?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so the new ship, the Outrider, it's Dash Rendar's ship,
Hmm.
and it's among other things, like it's a smuggler, but it's a cargo ship. It's a rebel, though.
Hmm. Yes. So the only blurb that I read, because I clicked on it just to look at the like graphic of it, which took me to like the dev insights or whatever. And the only blurb that I read was that this is not a counter to Executor, but it will make the
Yeah.
home one fleet stronger against other ships or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
said that too.
literally, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But I also clicked on it, and I think someone posted it in our guild chat or something. I don't know.
It's just funny. Like that was the very top thing that they said in that post. Like, we just want you to know this isn't going to actually beat the good fleet that we have.
Right. Don't wail on it and then complain.
Right. Well, I always wonder though. So they state these intentions, and then what happens? So like I feel like they said that about the new First Order ship,
They
the
did
new tank, and I'm beating Executor
every time,
every time. Like it's a very consistent counter right now.
which makes me so I almost okay. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I
Hmm.
like that they state this ahead of time before it is released, where they're saying like our intention is that this is not going to beat the Executor fleet or whatever the meta is at the time, because we all know that and CG knows this too. This isn't a dig at CG. They've said this before. They know that the player base is extremely smart at figuring out counters that go against what they had intended. So I think if they say it up front, maybe unpopular opinion, I almost feel like they have more footing to stand on, more of a leg to stand on if they decide to change the interaction after the fact.
I tend to think that that's true. Actually, I think it's nice to know what their intentions are. Frankly, like
Right?
I don't know if you can remember the uproar that it caused when they like the first time that we had evidence of them, like specifically gaming an interaction was when Jedi Revan was first released, and
Mm-hmm.
he marked Treya every
Yes.
single time. And
Yes.
people are like, "What? This is outrageous!" And CG kind of just stayed quiet about it, and that kind of made me angry. Just that it's like, can you should just admit it. Like you intentionally did this, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's fine. Like you had the meta team, the new meta team. You want to guarantee that even on defense, it's going to do okay against the old meta team.
Right.
So, like, it's understandable. Just admit it. Just tell us. And that's what they're doing now. And I can't really find that much fault in it,
Right.
frankly.
I prefer it, to be totally honest with you, because then you go into it knowing whether or not you want to spend money on the ship, whether or not you want to go after the galactic chase or whatever the event is as hard as you want to.
I'll tell you what, whoever does find a solution to Executor with Rebels now, though, is
Mm-hmm.
going to keep it close to their chest until they can do it a few times in GAC.
Yeah. And then somebody will see it on the history and try to repeat
Hmm.
it.
Oh yeah, like eventually that'll work itself across my Discord. If someone will be like, "Hey, did
Yeah.
you see this?" and I'm like, I'll probably be like, "I don't have time for you," but
And then go
maybe
test it.
not. Yeah. Well, no, I'll probably just won't even read it. I'll be like, "Why are you messaging me?" But
So rude.
but it'll like come across my desk at least, so that'll be good.
Right. But like, yeah,
Huh.
that's actually probably a pretty serious side effect of this being upfront business.
Yeah, like people don't want to like I don't know how many times has the community been like, well, now we're not going to tell you, CG. And I mean,
Right.
the thing that makes me laugh about that, though, frankly, is CG will know. Actually, I bet that they have like an alarm set up to be like, hey, look, a rebel fleet beat Executor, like, under these parameters. Like, I almost guarantee they have something to easily check that.
Right. Well, I mean, we know just based off Grand Arena that all of the history of what you do gets logged on their servers. Like,
Hmm.
so guaranteed they'll be able to find it. All you have to
Yeah,
do is go through the code of that log history and find, if it's the new ship, whatever, what's its name?
the
Star,
Outrider.
the Outrider. Find Outrider in the code and then just look for every single bat. I mean, it would be tedious, but
No, I think they have a way easier way to sort it out. To be honest,
mm-hmm.
that at least that's my impression. Like they monitor the numbers to see what counters what, honestly, and so yeah, we'll see. So it's a rebel fleet. Here's the bigger picture thing though. So Outrider looks like maybe it'll be good. Maybe who knows? It looks like it'll fit into the rebel fleet, but we have too many rebel ships now. In a way, like in a
Right.
way, like so we're all asking for starfighters. And CG's like, hey, here's some starfighters. Like, I think the thing that you told me was like, can we please get a Galactic Republic ship
Yeah.
or two? And I'm like, Bad Batch shuttle, please. Like, first off, we can get that. But
But like,
otherwise, you're right. You're right. But we have kind of a rebel problem where we have a bunch of ships and it's like Ghost and Phantom and Wedge's X-wing and maybe Outrider. They could all kind of be shifted to another fleet, but
right.
they don't have synergy with another fleet. So, do you think we're gonna get another rebel capital ship?
Okay, so I understand this from the viewpoint that you've made of like, we only have 9 capital ships. So if you set 3 on defense from a Grand Arena standpoint, you set 3 on defense, that means you literally only have 6 attempts at fleets, because once you run out of capital ships, even if you don't take a full fleet in, you are out of attempts. Like, you can't go in without a capital ship. So I understand wanting another capital ship from that standpoint. Bringing in a rebel capital ship, yes, gives you another fleet, and it creates a home for all of these starfighters that are now whatever, homeless. It doesn't solve the problem that we're already having though, where you have 2 Empire fleets and what do you do with them, and you have 2 Galactic Republic fleets and what do you do with them, because you don't have the ships to field both.
Right.
So
So you're saying therefore we shouldn't get a rebel fleet?
I'm not saying we shouldn't. I just feel like it's not solving the problem that's already there. They're just dangling a carrot elsewhere.
Sure. So what you're saying is maybe that would be a solution to a different problem that we have.
Right.
But like you would prefer to have so really like maybe they could solve everything by adding more of both. Like why not? Why can't they add more Galactic Republic and Empire, which I
Right.
agree we need, or we need to like repurpose either Chimera or Executrix to be more, I don't know, generalist friendly, something like that.
Right. Just send all your leftovers to them.
Yeah, exactly. And we could also get the Profundity or something like that,
Right.
which is Admiral Radiss's ship, which is
Mm-hmm.
going to be confusing as hell. If they give us that ship, people will be like, just take Radis,
Right.
and we'll be
No,
like, which Radis, like the Holdo Radis or Radis?
we get some new names. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, like you almost wish they had been less respectful of the dead, and like like why'd they have to rename that ship after an admiral?
Right.
Didn't they realize that Galaxy of Heroes is going to be more complicated?
Gonna be so complicated. No, I think I actually would be fine with another rebel capital ship. I just would be annoyed that I still have no solution to the capital ships that I already have.
That's fair. I think I absolutely agree. I think well, and there's a ton of Galactic Republic ships. Like I've been watching some Clone Wars lately with my sons,
Mhm.
and there are a ton of ships that they could use. I mean, and all we really need is that we need like 3 or 4 ships is all
So
we
many.
really need.
So many.
Yeah, and Empire we could get more. So And hopefully all 5 of the new marquees are ships. I don't know if I actually believe that, but
Well, I'm assuming one of them is the last Inquisitor.
unless the last Inquisitor is the next Conquest reward or something. Though that seems like that would take too long, actually.
That would take too long.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, that's fair.
Because then by the time you've unlocked it, all of the other Inquisitors you would have been able to farm for free.
Ooh, but I bet though. I bet we get Eighth Brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's the current one. Yeah. I bet we get his ship, and that's Empire.
Okay. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Good. I'm glad you're good with that because you should be,
No,
frankly.
I don't get a choice.
Oh no, you totally get a choice. I'll just I would
Tell me it was wrong.
I would think it was wrong at least. So
Yeah.
and no, it was wrong.
Sounds accurate.
That it was wrong. Yeah.
No.
All right. So why don't we skip now? Why don't we go? Well, let's not skip all the way. First, let's talk real quick.
Yeah.
We have the new Omicron that they announced.
Right. I skimmed it. I barely read it.
Okay, so you don't know what to say about Jim?
I Qui-Gon Jim?
Yeah. Jim Urso.
Jim.
So she got a new Omicron.
Right. It's Territory Wars?
Yeah.
So
so that's why you didn't read it. Okay.
Yeah, probably won't put it on.
Okay.
Sorry, Guild.
It sucks anyways. So, but they did one interesting thing though is they changed the Zeta, what the Zeta does as well, the unique Zeta.
Oh, okay. What did they change it to? Do you remember?
So they also made it so that everyone, so it's like a mini leadership ability. All the Rogue One characters on her team are immune to buff immunity.
Oh, okay. Only Rogue One characters.
I think so. Maybe it's other rebels. I'll have to read it again, but I don't know what. It makes it so that the tanks, like she has a couple interesting tanks, like K2 and Baze are both somewhat interesting. They're less and less interesting as the game continues, but they might actually have something interesting going on.
Right. Rogue One allies are immune to buff immunity. That's right.
Yeah. So now you just have to wonder, at some point, I wonder if you give them a perpetual taunt, maybe it doesn't really move the needle on that team yet, but it does open the doors for her to potentially be a non-leader and okay. So like you remember a few crates ago, I showed you that team concept with slow Jedi Knight Luke, and then there was Jin, and I don't know, it was Baze and Chirrut or K2 and Cassian, whatever it was, and then Kyle Katarn, and so it would open the door for that team to maybe have more legs. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. It's just interesting. Like the buff immunity thing. That means that K2 will always get his taunt potentially. Like you can't deny that, or Baze for that matter. So it has interesting elements. I feel like it's like setting up a potentially really cool interaction way later down the line where it's like, oh, okay, now I guess, but it's only a Zeta. It's nice, so you could just apply it, like
and see if you
like
it.
Well, you don't have to apply the Omicron for that to do something.
Right. I probably will not apply the Omicron.
But I know.
Sorry.
I don't want you to.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I know. Canadian, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what do you say we go look at the ship?
Yeah, so let's look at the ship because we now have to set in Kyber 3 fleets on defense.
Oh, we do.
Yay.
That'll be great. Okay, so let's go.
Cool.
Whoa, we're in the game. Oh, madness.
Cool.
Okay, so EXECUTRIX. What do you know
Yeah.
about the Executrix, other than Tarkin is the pilot?
I know it has that little TIE fighter swarm.
It is kind of little.
It's little. I know that if I am using Executrix, I am really scraping the bottom of the barrel of my fleets.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so I use Executrix to, well, I have in the past, and it's maybe one of my favorite things is Chad is always like, dude, do not use this fleet. You can't use this fleet and win again, like, because you can beat Negotiator with it. Not a super high rate, but, well, I mean, it's not the most consistent. It's probably like 80 to 85% win rate. So,
Really?
like, what?
Beating Negotiator?
You're part of the chat right now. Getting all skeptical. Jeez.
Sorry. Go on.
Gosh.
That was not intentional.
Just proving my point here. Everyone's like, dude, Sereth, they openly scoff. They're like, you can't do it, dude. And here's the thing: you need a high-ish relic. I mean, at this point, it's not even high relic considered. Like relic 5 on Garsax and an ISC for the gauntlet, and that is a pretty heavy investment, admittedly. But
Okay.
if you do that,
My ISC isn't even farmed.
what's that?
My ISC isn't even farmed.
Okay, so let's move past that. We're just moving right past it, and
Yep.
so
Carry on.
So, all right. So that ship, it enables you to, like, there are a couple situations. Like, if you can't get their Anakin, if their Anakin's super high gear, and you can't do enough damage to get past that 40% watermark for them to put the loyalty buff back on him. Like that, then everything can go to hell. Like then your chances are way lower. But if you can do enough damage, if it like you get 3 or 4 shots at him, and if one of those like crits, that's essentially all you need
Okay.
to be able to make it work. So, and sorry for the flickering, guys. This is from Sarah's phone, and
Oh.
it's her fault. So,
Not flickering on my phone.
oh well, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a couple cool, compelling things about it. First off, he has so click on the blue AOE, the blue special.
The raindrops.
Yeah, sure. So this one's really nice. This is an AOE, and it inflicts ability block to everyone it hits. Well, 70% chance to inflict it. So, and then you, because we don't have ship mods, which you oppose for some awesome reason, I'm sure that. We don't have control over how much potency we have. So like it's not always the most super consistent thing. Even if it does proc at the 70%, that doesn't mean that you pass the potency versus tenacity check.
Right. Lovely.
Right. Yeah. Well, if we could actually have ship mods, it'd be a lot better. Yeah. And so another thing that I really like is his can you look at the ability right next to it? Not the little TIE fighter button. The old man button. This one's really nice.
The Tarkin button?
Yeah, he's an old man. I just wasn't sure you'd know what his name was, so I was just being generalized here.
Rude. Okay, so this one, I feel like I need this one. Okay.
Oh, this one's nice just because you give everyone turn meter and offense up.
Yeah.
And you gain potency up. So there. Now we can apply debuffs.
So, okay. Stupid ship question.
Okay.
If you were to do this move and then do the raindrops AoE because you have potency up, does that I guess that wouldn't matter because it's still the capital ship. Never mind, I answered my own question.
Yeah. I don't think capital ships get buffs, but I could be wrong. Honestly, it's weird.
I don't think they do either. I just answered my own question.
Okay, so I'm glad I could be here for that. And then his ultimate is actually decent. Like it
Right.
stuns people.
Yeah.
This is like the Rolo attack. This is deals damage 12 times to random enemy targets.
Right. So if you
So
have one ship left on the field, it's 12 times to that one ship.
right. Or if you have 5 ships out, it could potentially still be 12 times. I mean that's
Right.
super unlikely, but it's that Rolo lottery. Like that's why Rolo's so good in 3v3. Well, it's so good as a desperation character in 3v3 is
Hmm.
because her potential targets are way reduced. And if there's only one target left, you can go in and just kind of nuke them sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. And then if they're target locked, which hopefully you have something that can target lock people, then you stun them for a turn and stuff. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Um, and it's even better if you have him higher relic than you have, which is fine. I think you have to have
He's
him.
got the minimum that I
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
for C.
absolutely. So eventually you'll need him 7 for Lord Vader. Is all. So why
Right.
don't we round it out? We click on the Tarkin ability, the Imperial
Okay.
because who cares about his basic,
All right.
frankly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So reinforcements get the retribution thing, and
Hmm.
then so everyone. So they gain 20% offense for each debuffed enemy. So this is kind of nice. Like if they have a bunch of debuffs, like sometimes you're incentivized to not kill them, like to try to spread the damage. In general,
Hmm.
you just want to kill them, frankly. But I do like that the more debuffs you have, the you know,
The more damage you do. And then you
yeah.
get turn meter whenever you kill them anyway.
Oh, you're right. Yep. So there, he actually gives a lot of turn meter here. So for when you kill something, and for his 2 turn cooldown, old man ability.
Right. I genuinely feel like it's not a bad ship. Like
Hmm.
I prefer Chimera over Tarkin. I think I just know Chimera a lot better, to be honest with you. But we just don't have enough Empire ships to do anything.
Right. Well, I mean, ideally, Tarkin would be the Empire leader, and then Chimera can be a take all comers. Like
Right.
I used to way back in the day run Chimera with like Silencer with crew,
Hmm.
and because he does a lot of really cool things with crew. Actually, that I mean, Finalizer does cooler things, so I'm not really complaining. But Chimera has the potential to be a take all comers kind of commander, fleet
Right.
commander. So, anyways, we're out of time on this channel, guys. We're going to answer viewer questions over on Sarah's channel and do other fun things, I'm sure. So, head
Cool.
over there. You'll find a link below one of our heads, I'm sure,
Hmm.
that you can click on or in the video description.
Cool. Yeah, go there.
Yeah, do that right
Yeah.
now. Immediately.